Welcome back to Access Houston on 97.9 The Box.
Good Sunday morning. You're listening to Access Houston. I'm your host, KG Smooth. Welcoming back one of my favorite people in H-Town. He is the co-founder of She's Happy Hair, an ex-veteran, just an all-around great guy, philanthropist. Ladies and gentlemen, from She's Happy Hair, one half of She's Happy Hair, Mr. Marcus Bowers. What's up, G?
Know what I'm saying? What's up, brother?
How you doing?
The only thing you didn't say is that I'm handsome. It's Valentine's Day. It's not.
And he is handsome, extremely, ladies. So, I don't know. Are you up for the taking?
I'm, I don't even know what that means, but ladies, you can slide in my DMs and buy some bundles or something if that's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Marcus, man, so good to see you, G. For those of you, I'm sure you've probably heard the promos being played here on 97.9 The Box. On Saturday, March 9th, we are having our Opp Ex. It's an Opportunity Expo at George R. Brown, and it's going to be on-site employers there. We're going to have an educational pavilion, career development panels, all type of stuff, entrepreneurship 101. And She's Happy Hair is going to be a part of this. And so, do you know in what aspect y'all going to be a part of?
Of course. First off, I'm excited to be, that 97.9 and GHBC and the Urban League and everybody, thought that She's Happy Hair as a team could play the role in the entrepreneur panel. Yeah. And so that's what we're doing. We're pretty much playing a huge role in the entrepreneur panel. A lot of people know the story. They know how we started. Yeah. $800 to a multi-million-dollar company, stores all across the U.S., multiple people flying to work every day. And so we just want to show the city of Houston how we did it so they can do it too. Yeah.
Entrepreneurship 101 is the session that they will be having. So from an entrepreneur standpoint, what's the biggest misconception about owning your own business or starting your own business?
I think the biggest misconception or the goal is to always be the boss. And so I think that a lot of people fail for that reason. Everybody want to be the boss instead of putting people in place to get the job done. So sometimes it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to be the boss. You just need to find somebody that's a boss in that area to get the job done. So a lot of people think they can do it without education. They think they can do it without reading a book. You can't really become the boss without reading or learning how to become a boss. So a lot of people just want that title and not do the work. So I think a lot of people fail in entrepreneurship for that reason.
You're listening to Access Houston, talking to Marcus Bowers from She's Happy Hair. The Opp Ex is coming up. It's Opportunity Expo. Opp Ex 2019 at George R. Brown on Saturday, March 9th. What has been the biggest lesson for you in becoming an entrepreneur? Because you guys, y'all shot up out of here. Yeah. Like you said, $800 investment turned into a multi-million, I'm sure you'll be close to $1 billion industry.
Man, that's the goal.
Pretty soon here because hair is a hot market.
Man, we're actually sliding into that Atlanta market now. Yep. So we'll be opening in Atlanta in April. We'll be inside of Walmart. And so what Walmart has done, because of what we've been doing with our numbers and across the U.S., they've opened their doors to us all across the U.S. So now Atlanta's just going to be the first one of many.
Shut up.
So when you say $1 billion company, say it. Speak it into existence, because I do.
Yeah. Congratulations,
Appreciate that.
That's big.
Appreciate that.
That's really big.
Man, tell me about it.
Oh, man, I forgot my next question. That's some good news. The toughest thing about entrepreneurship and being a business owner, what would you say?
For me, I think I look at it as a blessing. I don't really look at, being an entrepreneur as a, as being tough. There's nothing hard about it, I don't think. I think that, if it's for you, then, everything that you're supposed to be doing, you're going to do it. So for me, being an entrepreneur, the easy part, I would much rather answer that part. Okay. The easy part is showing others how to do it. Okay. The hard part would be trying to keep people from trying to do exactly what I'm doing. When I teach entrepreneurship or business or the process, I'm not necessarily teaching you to go sell hair. You know, I'm not teaching you to go count bundles or any of those things.
You're teaching like the model
to follow your blueprint. Whatever the product is, you implement that product into this blueprint, and it's going to work. I tell people all the time, if it wasn't here, I'll still be balling out of control because I understand business.
Yeah. Oh, you're definitely balling out of control. Every time I look up you somewhere, I'm like, what country is Marcus in this week? What city is he in this week? So to live that life, it should be motivation enough, I think, for people, because you definitely motivate me. I'll be like, man, I want to travel like that.
You know, I think something that I really want to do more in 2019 is just talk more. You know, post more, reach out to the people more, because most of the time the people that get the shine, that get the influence, and those platforms are the ones that are with the piece and chains, and I don't really be shining on boys.
Yeah.
So maybe if I shine on them enough, I have more people asking me questions because I love pouring into people. Yeah,
and that's one thing that I like and respect about you, because you can be all of the razzle dazzle, as with the intro, you know, like incredibly handsome. You could be that one walking around, blinging out, you know what I'm saying, sex symbol, and you got money, like they will be flocking after you, but you act and appear just so regular schmegular that one wouldn't even know, like, oh, I mean, you better know that this man is a multimillionaire.
Hey, you gotta know. You got to know. If you don't know, you know, follow me on everything at Marcus Bowers TV. But I don't want everybody to know, Mr. Smooth.
I love that.
I don't be wanting everybody. I'm from the hood, man. I'm from Martin Luther King. So when everybody know, you know, it's just not always positive. You got your family tree, shaking the money tree. People shooting those text messages, those messages on Facebook asking to borrow $1, or hey, you gonna be my Valentine? Like, going on with all that, man, you know?
Marcus Bowers from She Happy Hair. Opp Ex 2019 happening on March 9th, 2019. He will be a part of the Entrepreneurship 101 session that is happening. So come and get the knowledge from people in Houston that have done it, and they got a record, and it's showing.
Yeah, and it's not just me. It's not just me. There's going to be other multi-millionaire business owners there pointing to whoever wants to get it. And I think this is what it is. The Opportunity Expo is your opportunity to come get this knowledge that we can give you so you can change your life and implement it in your business right
Indeed. Now. We're going to have conversations on mental health and wellness. Of course, as I mentioned, the Entrepreneurship 101 Second Chance and Reentry Workshop for those who, you know, might have been locked up looking to get back, you know, into the workforce, into society. Career development panels. Those are going to be very interesting. I'll be moderating one of those as well.
Workshops, right?
Yeah. And then we'll have an educational pavilion and on-site employers like She's Happy Hair. So we can't wait to see you down at George R. Brown on Saturday, March 9th. Absolutely free 99. So you don't have to worry about that. And Marcus, just y'all sharing, you know, the knowledge with the people that's big. A lot of people can keep things to themselves, but you know, y'all have that each one teach one mentality. Definitely. And that's very respectable.
Definitely. I like to say this, you know, a lot of people, we go get the knowledge, we go get the success, and then we stay away from where we came from. You know, people stay in Wakanda forever. And I think that everybody that's in Wakanda, if you're listening, go back. Teach somebody how you did it. We need that Underground Railroad, even right now in 2019. It never stops.
No doubt, man. Good to see you, bro. I appreciate you coming on.
Yes, sir.
Marcus Bowers, She's Happy Hair, going to be at the Opp Ex 2019 on March 9th. So good to see you, G.
Yep.
Good Sunday morning. You're listening to Access Houston. I'm your host, KG Smooth. Welcoming back. Well, he is not here physically. I've got him on the phone line. He's up early, all the way on the northwest side of the country in Seattle, Washington. Ladies and gentlemen, he's a former NFL player. He is the founder of As One Foundation and the Darling Dash. Welcome on the phone, Devard Darling. What's up, G?
Hey, what's going on, brother? Appreciate you for having me on again, man.
Man, it's been a couple years, G. What is up with that, man?
It has, man. Just always waiting for the invite, brother. It's your show. You the big dog.
Man, come on, man. You know it's an open invitation. Don't even do that. And also on the phone line, we have the executive director of the As One Foundation, the lovely Tomia Austin. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
So, tell us about As One Foundation and what it is that you all do. I mean, Devard, your story of why you started the foundation is so compelling, but I'm sure that there are some who may not be familiar. So just give us the background.
Well, obviously the As One Foundation started, just pretty much between me and my twin brother, two young boys, growing up in the Bahamas, having a dream and a goal to make it to the NFL, and once they're giving back to our communities. And, I was left here to carry on that legacy and that dream once Devon passed away in 2001 during our freshman year at Florida State. The Lord saw it fit to me to carry this through. And therefore, that was the birth of the As One Foundation. And it literally just started between, at 12 years old, us writing down goals and dreams that we wanted to do and accomplish. And like I said, I was blessed to carry on that opportunity. And we're doing a lot of great things through the As One Foundation. It's our 12th year since being established in 2007, coming up on the 9th annual Darling Dash.
Wow.
This year, man. So, last year we gave over 100,000 in scholarships to Fort Bend seniors going off to school.
Yeah,
so that's where we went to high school out in Fort Bend.
That was a lot of fun. I was out there.
Man.
It was wet.
Yep. So,
it was cold and wet, but we got it done.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, man. So this year is the 9th annual Darling Dash coming up February 24th. Out at Stewart Park in Houston Heights area, man, and we're excited about it.
Okay.
And
you've been switching it up. I like that.
Come out and support. Yeah, man, we switching it up, trying to get a broader audience and bring it into the into the city and that's what it's all about, man. We're definitely grateful for it, and we're excited for the opportunity and looking for great things to come out at Stewart Park many years to come.
No doubt. You're listening to Access Houston. We're talking to Devard Darling of the As One Foundation. The Darling Dash 5K and 1K is happening on Sunday, February 24th, 8 a.m. at Stewart Park, as you heard Devard say. Also, with his executive director, Tomia, also on the line. Tomia, what was it that made you want to be a part of As One?
Well, you guys just heard a piece of the story, and that's pretty much, it just kind of locked me in. I started with this foundation on March 1st, 2010, and I can honestly say it was the best decision that I ever made. They found me thanks to one of their board members, and this is a dream job because it marries the skill set that I have as well as just a passion for youth. This sickle cell trait, our mission is to educate and increase awareness about sickle cell trait while encouraging youth to achieve their dreams in the face of life challenges. And with Devard leading that, living that tragedy turned triumph story, I can't imagine doing anything else. It inspired me to, further my education, to add some credibility to our research, which basically has determined that sickle cell trait deaths, these exertional sickling deaths, are preventable with some education and screenings, which now we are able to provide. The As One Foundation, we provide free screenings for young people that may not be aware of their sickle cell trait status, and our education is all about dispelling the myth, the number one myth, that sickle cell trait is no big deal, you have nothing to worry about. Mm-hmm. And the number two is it only affects African Americans, when the facts are sickle cell trait can affect people of African, Latin, Asian, Indian, Italian, Irish, Greek, and Turkish descent. So virtually anyone could have it, and our statistics tell us there's somewhere between 2.5 to 4 million people in the United States, 300 million worldwide, that carry the trait, that don't know they carry the trait, and unfortunately will find out when it's too late if they reach that perfect storm that was the case for Devon, which was overexertion, dehydration, and no ability to, recover. That three simple things keep these young athletes alive, but unfortunately have taken too many lives. So It's a passion. It is definitely what wakes me up at night, what, motivates me, because we're determined to reach them. We're determined to reach all of those trait warriors, as we call them.
Yeah.
People that live with sickle cell trait or are caregivers of people with sickle cell trait, because it is some things to worry about in the event that those three ingredients to this perfect storm are reached.
Indeed. You're listening to Access Houston. We're talking to Tomia Austin and Devard Darling from the As One Foundation. The 9th annual Darling Dash 5K and 1K is happening at Stude Park in Houston Heights on Sunday, February the 24th, beginning at 8 a.m. So to explain it in as simple as you can to our young audience here on 97.9 The Box, if you could, sickle cell for dummies, explain as simply as you can for the kids about sickle cell and the sickle cell trait.
I'll leave that to Dr. Tomia Austin to handle. She has the credentials.
Oh, you'll leave that. I thought you were saying you'll leave that. Okay,
no, I'll leave that. That's you.
Okay, so sickle cell trait is not sickle cell disease. That's the main thing. Sickle cell disease, people that carry sickle cell disease, they carry 2 copies of the abnormal hemoglobin gene. They got 1 copy from mom, 1 copy from father. Mm-hmm. People with sickle cell trait have only 1 copy, either from mom or from dad. That 1 copy is protection from malaria. It is one of those natural selection kind of things that happened in malaria endemic countries. However, through migration and travel and mixed race births and so on, sickle cell trait is now something that could affect anyone. And that 1 copy basically means that a person living with sickle cell trait has sickled cells in their blood.
Got it.
And when there is fatigue or stress, exertion, all of those things cause your blood cell regeneration process to slow. So when a normal person exerts and their body is reproducing and then they're doing good hydration and getting proper breaks, they can continue to work out because the body is working optimally. With a person with sickle cell trait, those sickled blood cells reproduce 50% slower. So they need more time for recovery. They need warm up and they need hydration to help push those blood cells properly through the veins. If that does not happen, those sickle cells start to shrink wrap, and then they kind of stick to each other. And wherever they are, be they in the eye or the elbow or the hip or the chest, and sometimes, unfortunately, in the heart, they can cause blockages, and those blockages can be fatal.
Wow. That was simple enough. Hope you kids got it. And that is why As One Foundation is doing what they're doing, to bring more awareness.
Yeah, sickle cell trait is, it is the number 1 killer of college football athletes right now. Yeah. There's a reason why Division I athletes, they all have to be screened for the sickle cell trait. And a lot of people just don't realize or have enough information about it, even the medical community as well. And we're just here to bring the light on it. I know it obviously is near and dear to my heart because I lost my identical twin brother to the situation. It is not and it could have been easily preventable. And that's what drives me and drives us at the As One Foundation, because my brother could still be here today if coaches, athletic trainers, people involved, handlers, even Devon would have known himself the repercussions and all the information that goes along with having sickle cell trait. And that's what our whole goal is to bring awareness to it and to educate people on it, because it does not have to be a life sentence. It is not a death sentence.
Yes, no.
And, you know, so, you know, it's not some newfound disease.
Yeah.
Like I said, a lot of people have it, but in these certain situations, you know, it can be fatal. And so that's our whole goal with the As One Foundation, to continue to push that message and to literally help save lives.
Indeed. Well, save the date for Sunday, February 24th at the Stewart Park. Go ahead, Tomia.
I was just going to say that Devard is living proof. You know, this man has played, 8-9 years in the National Football League and still remains active, you know, a father of 3 active sons. You can play. You know, our message is not don't play. It's dangerous. You can play, you can exert, and you can come out and run or walk the Darling Dash 5K, but be educated. You know, understand, know your status, know your body. Devard always says that. Know your body, listen to your body, and that is the message that we say. You know, Operation Hydration is our education program, and that's what the proceeds of the Darling Dash support, our ability to get out and educate and provide the free screenings. But one thing I always say when presenting to audiences, we water our plants, we give our pets water, we put water in our cars because we don't want our cars to run hot, we don't want our plants to die, we don't want our pets to become lethargic. Well, in order for humans to not be dehydrated, the new train of thought is that we must consume half our body weight in ounces of water a day. Mm-hmm. And so if you're a 200-pound gentleman, then you should be consuming 100 ounces of water a day. And then I ask, based on this calculation, how many in this room are dehydrated? And unfortunately, most of the hands are raised because we're just not consuming enough hydration. Now, add to that the caveat of having sickle cell trait and blood cells that regenerate slower, that need that hydration. And what a tizzy you are in if you don't get the proper hydration. So very simple things, you know, preventative things, but people don't know this, and that's our message. That's the message from the As One Foundation through our Operation Hydration program. And proceeds, our sponsors, this race is presented by UT Physicians. We thank them. They've been on board for the last 3 years. And then we have a list of sponsors. Fun thing also about the race is Devard and his former football team members, pro athletes, Olympic athletes.
Oh, yeah, they all
come
show
out.
up. Yep.
Yeah, they sign autographs, they take pictures, and I mean, it's pretty fun. And we have a kid zone, so kids can get face painting, you know, jump in the bouncy houses.
Oh, yeah, it's a big deal. Like Houston, make no mistake about it. I've been to like 3 of them. It's a big deal. So save the date for Sunday, the 24th at Stewart Park in the Heights for the 9th annual, as the As One Foundation hosts its 9th annual Darling Dash 5K and 1K taking place in the Heights. For more information and to be a participant, to sign up, you can log on to asonefoundation.org or darling-5k.com. So that's As One Foundation, spelled out, .org or darling-5k.com for you runners and walkers of all ages are welcome to come out to this family affair.
And if you can't make it out, you can also, or if you're out of state, somewhere else around the world, you can also sign up to be a virtual runner. So go on to darling-5k.com, sign up. You can be a virtual runner. And you can, of course, give to this worthy cause of the As One Foundation. So
no doubt.
Absolutely.
Definitely want to let everyone know that.
All right, be a virtual runner if you can't make it out. Listen, Devard, Tomia, thank you all for this engaging and intellectual conversation. And we'll see you out on Sunday the 24th.
We'll have you guys. You can run and get back to church on time. We'll be done by 10.
See, look at there. Tomia Austin, the executive director of As One Foundation. Thank you, and the founder, Devard Darling. Hey, I appreciate you, G. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks.
And thank you for listening to Access Houston. to Access Houston, to Access Houston, to